This is incredible, isn't it? But look at this wall here. There is nothing above it, it's just the sky. But look at the blocks right below it. Look how perfectly they fit together. So precisely cut, perfectly leveled, and they go all the way down. So this block right here, it's almost like someone put it there to frame this view of the sky. And if you think that's crazy, wait till you see this next shot. Here it is, up close. Just look at this. Here is the wall. This is the ceiling of the king's chamber. There is no roof, there is no upper structure, nothing supporting it. Yet this massive slab of stone is placed in such a way that when you walk below it, it seems to frame the entrance to the king's chamber. It seems almost intentional, and it begs the question, what else might be hiding inside? Welcome to my channel. Join me as we uncover the truth behind the biggest unsolved mysteries of the world's most iconic sites. And today, let's explore inside the Great Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Khufu, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu or the Pyramid of the Pharaohs, is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids at Giza and the only remaining wonder of the ancient world. Built as a tomb for the 4th dynasty Egyptian pharaoh Khufu around 2580–2560 BC, it is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids at Giza and the only remaining wonder of the ancient world. The other two pyramids were built for his sons. Standing at 146.5 meters, the Great Pyramid is the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years, until the Lincoln Cathedral was built in 1311. For a long time, it was thought that the Great Pyramid was built by slaves, which does make sense considering how massive it is and how old it is. However, evidence suggests that it was actually built by paid laborers, who were employed by the state and took pride in their work. Archaeologists have found a number of small tombs near the pyramid which they believe belonged to some of the workers. These workers were likely given free room and board in addition to their pay. Many believe the laborers were farmers who worked on the pyramid during the flood season when they could not farm. Other evidence includes graffiti left by the workers on the stones themselves. Some of the graffiti includes drawings of pharaohs and gods, as well as sayings such as "the friends of Khufu live on." This evidence suggests that the workers were proud of their work and saw it as a way to please the gods and their pharaoh. But who was Pharaoh Khufu? Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops to the Greeks, was the second pharaoh of the 4th dynasty in Egypt. He reigned from about 2580 to 2560 BC. During his reign, he oversaw the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza, which was originally called the Pyramid of Khufu. It is the oldest and largest of the three pyramids at Giza and the only remaining wonder of the ancient world. Khufu was the son of Pharaoh Sneferu and the father of Pharaoh Khafre. He is believed to have ruled for about 51 years. Under his reign, Egypt reached its peak of power and prosperity. Khufu's legacy was tarnished by the Greeks, who wrote that he built the pyramid by enslaving his subjects and killing many of them in the process. However, recent evidence suggests that the pyramid was built by paid laborers who were proud of their work. Khufu's accomplishments extended beyond the realm of architecture. He was also a great military leader, expanding Egypt's borders to the south and east. He was also a religious reformer, promoting the worship of the sun god Ra. Khufu's tomb is located deep within the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is one of the most mysterious places in the world. Khufu's sarcophagus is made of red granite and is decorated with hieroglyphics telling the story of his life. No human remains have ever been found in the pyramid, however, leading some to believe that Khufu's body may have been lost or destroyed over the centuries. In addition to the Great Pyramid of Giza, Khufu also built a number of temples and monuments throughout Egypt. One of the most notable is the Sphinx, a creature with the body of a lion and the head of a pharaoh. The Sphinx is one of the most recognizable symbols of Egypt, and is thought to have been built as a guardian of the pyramids. Khufu's legacy is a complicated one. He was a great builder and a military leader, but he was also responsible for the deaths of many of his subjects. The true story of Khufu is likely somewhere in the middle, whether he was a benevolent ruler who cared for his people or a ruthless dictator who enslaved his subjects. One thing is for sure, he was one of the most powerful pharaohs in Egyptian history. It's said that the pyramids were built by slaves, but a recent discovery may prove otherwise. In fact, there's evidence that the pyramids were actually built by paid laborers who were proud of their work. But exactly how did they manage to build something so massive and so precise without the help of modern technology? Well, it's thanks to their ingenuity and organization. The Egyptians were able to quarry and transport massive blocks of stone using tools made of copper and diorite. They used sledges to move the blocks, but they also used ropes and wet sand to reduce friction. The Egyptians were also able to create ramps to raise the blocks to the top of the pyramid. They used ramps both on the ground and inside the pyramid itself. Finally, the Egyptians used advanced surveying techniques to align the pyramid with the stars. They created a 90-degree angle and used that to align the sides of the pyramid. They also used plumb bobs to make sure that the pyramid was straight. But what's perhaps most amazing is that the Egyptians were able to do all this with such precision. The blocks of stone are so precisely cut that even a razor blade can't fit between them. The pyramid is aligned to true north with an accuracy of 0.067 degrees. How did they do it? We don't know for sure, but some scholars believe that they used a device similar to a sextant to measure the angles of the stars and then used that to align the pyramid. Whatever methods the Egyptians used, they were able to create a monument that has stood the test of time. The Great Pyramid of Giza is the oldest and largest of the pyramids at Giza. It is the only remaining wonder of the ancient world, and it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But what's your opinion? How do you think the pyramids were built? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching.